How's it going, guys? Welcome back. So today is another episode of my Summer Shred series. Although you will have already seen that I've been away on holiday with Laura, the Summer Shred series is not going to stop because it's not the end of the summer yet and we all still have our goals to hit. So this is going to be the next series of that. So you're going to follow me in my day life and see whatever I get up to. I am going to hit the gym today. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. I've had a few issues with my back the last couple of days since being back from holiday. I don't think sitting on the plane for the length of time I did was particularly great for my back, and so I have been getting some aches in it. But nonetheless, I'm going to take you guys with me. We're going to smash whatever workout I decide to do. I am tempted to do legs just because I did chest yesterday, so I am tempted to do legs today. And yeah, let's go and have a good day. So, yesterday what I did, which on my days off especially, I am probably going to start doing more, is I went to the gym and I did some fasted cardio, and then I ate a bit later on, sort of taking on the principles of intermittent fasting. Today I'm not going to do that, just because if I am going to do a leg session, which I probably will be, I want to make sure that I've got enough fuel in the tank to be able to take me through the entire workout. So I'm currently editing one of my vlogs for when I was away, my birthday vlog, so I will link the vlog that I'm currently editing in the description of this video so that you guys can go and check that out. And then I'm going to prepare myself some breakfast. I don't know what I'm going to have for breakfast. It's probably going to be cooked. I'm probably going to have some like scrambled eggs maybe. I've got some avocados. I'm going to see if they're ripe. And then we're going to get in some wholesome food. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm probably going to maybe finish the rest of this vlog whilst I'm letting my food settle, and then we're going to hit the gym. So come with me and we will get a good workout in. Okay guys, so I have got my breakfast. I have got, if you can see, some avocado, I have some beans, and I have some scrambled eggs. I added a little bit of sort of low-fat natural yogurt to the scrambled eggs with a little bit of salt and pepper, so nothing too crazy. And then all it is one of the whole smaller avocados and then a small portion of beans as well. I have already drank a cup of tea this morning. I had the plumber was over looking at my shower, so I had that whilst he was there, and I am currently finishing off this vlog, and then I'm going to go down and hit some legs, I think. So I'm going to get this in me, and then the next time we'll probably be in the gym. Hi everyone, so I was literally about to go down the gym. I did the whole camera spiking thing and everything, and then I went downstairs and I thought I would just have a check of my mailbox, and as if by magic my package has arrived. It has taken quite a while to get here, but it does look like it's come over from the US, which explains the reason why it has taken so long, but nonetheless I have got it, so I'm going to try it on and I'm going to give you guys my opinion of it, and then I'm going to go and do my leg day with it on. So let's have a look to see how good it is. And here we go. So this is the top I got. It's the Luv Iron athlete t-shirt. I'm going to be honest, for the amount I paid for it, I'm not as impressed as I was hoping. It is just a normal vest. It doesn't feel particularly sporty. For example, the t-shirts, the kind of things I normally wear, are this sort of like much more breathable, stretchy fabric. This does just feel like a normal vest. Plus, on the inside of it, it is a Gildan t-shirt, so it's not actually a brand, it's just a printed tee. I'm going to work out on it anyway. I've spent the money on it. It is the athlete range. Here is the back of it, here's the front of it, in all its glory. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to think about it, and I'll give you a slightly better opinion of it once I have finished my workout, but here it is. Okay, so I've just finished at the gym, hit a leg session. It felt okay. I'm still having twinges in my back, so I think before I start worrying about going up in sort of strength and weight on my legs, I'm going to sort that out first. But it felt good. Did some stretching at the end, and obviously did like 20 minutes cardio, just a sort of incline walk on the treadmill, so that felt good. So I'm going to go back now, talk to you a little bit more about the Luv Iron vest that I've just put on, pros and cons of it, etc. And then it's time to get some food, so I'll see you guys back at the flat. Right everyone, so I'm back in the flat. As I said before, I've literally just got in, so I've not managed to sort myself out any food or anything, but I am going to talk about the Luv Iron t-shirt or vest. So this turned up in the post this morning. It came in just a simple envelope bag, and it's got the Luv Iron sticker logo thing on it as well, and it came with a little receipt thing as well saying thank you and all the rest of it. This is the vest, so this is the front of the vest. I bought myself one of the athlete ranges because I figured that if I were going to represent the brand that I'd better do it properly, so I got the athlete Luv Iron vest. Fit wise, it fit really well. It's a medium, so it fit pretty well. It was a little bit longer, which is I actually do quite like in a vest. This isn't screen printed on, so you can't feel it or pick it off. It is actually properly printed on rather than being sort of embossed or whatever, which I do like, because there's nothing worse than getting a t-shirt or getting hold of something and then within a few months it's the sort of the logos are starting to peel off. The one thing that does kind of frustrate me a little bit about this is that I almost feel like they could have done a little bit more work to get their own branding on the inside as well. You can see that there is a Gildan logo. If you don't know what Gildan is, they are just a fairly generic clothing brand that sells like bulk items of t-shirts and trousers and things. They're a bit like Fruit of the Loom, that kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure the difference in quality, but they're that kind of branding. But I know, having looked and thought about going down the route of creating my own clothing line, and that's still something that I've got planned for the future potentially, is you can get t-shirts that these are removable, and so you can put your own branding on the inside. So even if you do go to like a wholesaler like Gildan, you can get the ones that are slightly more expensive and better quality, but that have removable labels, and you can stick your own label in it, or you can sew your own label in it. So I have to admit, for the money that I've spent, it does kind of feel like I've bought a printed t-shirt rather than a specific design or a specific item, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to get my words into shape here, but you know, if you bought a Gucci t-shirt and you looked inside and it said Fruit of the Loom on it, like, you're buying a Fruit of the Loom t-shirt, not a Gucci t-shirt. And so like the fact that it's got the Gildan branding on the inside and then the Luv Iron on the outside, I don't know, it kind of just feels like they, for the amount of money that I paid for it, they could have perhaps gone a bit more upper class and stuff. In terms of the quality, it feels good, it feels robust. It doesn't feel sort of like it's going to rip or anything like that. The stitching all looks pretty classy, pretty good. There isn't anything to complain about it in that sense. When I first put it on, it did feel a bit stiff. It does say in it it's 100% cotton. As I said earlier on in the video, I do tend to like the sort of more sporty sort of style of t-shirts like this. This is just a fairly simple Mountain Warehouse t-shirt, but like I really like these because like you can sweat in them, and it, like, you don't have a t-shirt stuck to you. And you can get vest ones on. My protein t-shirt is a vesty sort of thing like this. So generally speaking, like, I'm not overwhelmed by the quality of the t-shirt, I have to say. That doesn't mean to say I wouldn't recommend it. What I'm going to do is I am going to wash it, and I'm going to wear it a few more times just to sort of like really put it for its paces. But at the moment, unfortunately, it's not wowing me. There are other products in their line I am aware of. They've not just got these ones. They do have other apparently more this kind of feel. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so this is the Luv Iron athlete range, and you can go and find them at Luv Iron online. I will link it into the description of this video if you want to check them out. If you do and you are interested in buying one, I do have an athlete code. It is Athlete Alex. It will pop up somewhere here, so type that in and it will give you a discount. So yeah, so this is the athlete Luv Iron t-shirt. or vest.
Right, so I've got myself some food. Luckily enough for me, Laura made some dinner for her family and stuff last night, and there was some leftovers. So here it is. I have got some salad there. Underneath, I've got some chicken. There's you can't really see that. Some chicken. There's some peppers, and I've got it on like a wholemeal wrap. I'm trying to lean up quite a lot, so what I'm doing is I'm upping my cardio, and I'm also trying to sort of stay away from as dense carbs. So, for instance, like this meal, the only carb that's really in it, well, there'll be carbs in the sort of the veg and stuff, but will be the wrap, and I'm only having one rather than splitting it and having two wraps. And then in my other meals, if I'm having rice, I'm like cutting my portions down a little bit, just to help me with leaning out a little. And then with that, I've also got a protein shake. This is the cookies and cream protein from My Protein. In here, I've also got some cold water. I put in an ice cube just to keep it cool. This is one of the sort of, you can blend it up so it smashes the ice up nicely. So I've got that, and then I also added one sort of teaspoon of peanut butter just for like a little bit of added fats, because obviously I did do legs today. So I'm gonna smash these in me, and then I guess I'll see you guys in a bit, and we can talk about stuff or whatever. I don't know, but see you guys in a bit anyway.
Okay guys, so I just want to talk a little bit about training and training mentality. Now, I see a lot of people both on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube that talk about working out hard, getting it in. A lot of people brag that they don't take rest days. A lot of people talk about active rest days where you do some sort of cardio or functional movements like working on your shoulders or your arms or whatever. And I just want to address something that I think is quite important, and that is reading your own body and working out according to how you feel. And the same goes for things like diet and all sorts of other stuff as well, but we'll go into that later. If you don't feel comfortable working out in a certain way, there's a reason for that. 9 times out of 10 it's because your body is perhaps still recovering, or you may have an injury that you weren't sure about, or whatever it may be. So as I said earlier on in this video, I have had a twinge in my back the last couple of days. I think it was partly because I had quite an uncomfortable journey back from Mallorca. The plane wasn't particularly comfortable. So I went from sitting on a plane for 2 hours, I was on a bus for like an hour and a half prior to that. I then had to sit in a car for like another hour and a bit. So I was sat down in the same position, quite uncomfortable for a while. So I think a lot of that pressure went through my lower back, and it's just not helping that. And I am aware that I do have quite tight hamstrings that I need to stretch out regularly, because again, all of your muscles interconnect, and therefore having tight hamstrings pull down on your glutes and pulls down on your lower back. But I'm working on it. But because of that, I have to adapt my workouts, because if I'm pushing through, I could just cause myself long-term problems or worse than the injuries I already have. Now, some people will talk about pushing through it and pain is gain and all this kind of stuff, which to an extent I agree with, but I do think you need to be sensible with it and you need to read your own body. So for today, for instance, I knew that my back wasn't feeling too great. It hasn't been for the last couple of days, but I still decided that I was going to do a leg session. I just changed the way that I'd do it. So normally I would try to go for fairly heavy squats, get sort of a lot of blood pumping in through the legs, do some sort of leg presses, again the big heavy compound movements, and then isolate. Whereas today I did some squats. I did a lot lighter than I normally do, focusing on full rep range, making sure I get down as low as I can, and on the higher ends of my reps I was still feeling a bit too much pressure in my back, even though I was also using the correct form and I had a belt on. So I didn't do any of the leg presses, because again I knew that it was just going to make it worse rather than alleviate it. So I focused a lot more on isolation and really slow contractions up and down, making sure that I really focus on squeezing the muscle and making the most out of each movement. And I think you guys need to do the same. If you have a niggle, even if it's something very slight, you may have had an awkward night's sleep and you feel like you've got a bit of pressure in your shoulder, and instead of going out and going, oh screw it, it'll probably just go, and whacking out whatever it might be that you've got planned for that day, really read your body, think about what your body's trying to tell you, and adapt your workout, because there's nothing worse than making an injury worse, or even injuring yourself when you don't need to, when by holding back and by doing a lighter session, or by even having an additional rest day to recuperate from whatever it may be that's causing you problems, it will improve your physique and it will improve your ability to work out in the future. So be smart, be sensible, work hard, but don't injure yourself because you feel like you need to be working out in the gym every single day, because it makes no sense.
Right everyone, so I have just uploaded my video. I say uploaded, it is in the process of uploading now. It's all edited, I did that this morning, and now it is in the process of going up onto YouTube. I've got myself an Americano, so just a straight black coffee, and what I'm going to do now is a few little tasks around the house. I need to sort out some of my clothes. If you've not worn something for a set length of time, there's a high chance that you're not going to wear it again, and if you do, you may wear it once and never wear it again. So to keep your wardrobe looking fresh, to keep your style mixed up and all the rest of it, go through your wardrobe every sort of 6 months, whatever, go through it and be like really brutal with your decisions and say, I've not worn this for however long, there's a high chance I'm not going to wear it again, and either try and sell it. You can go onto places like Depop. I, for instance, have a Depop. I will put, again, a link in the description, and I'll sort of tag myself in it here, maybe. Or you can go onto things like eBay. Again, I have an eBay link that I'm not really selling that many clothes on it. I kind of just pop things up when they're not doing very well on other places, but you can go on eBay. Or go to a charity shop. You know, if you don't think that you're going to get much worth out of whatever it might be that you're trying to get rid of or trying to sell, then, you know, there's nothing wrong with packing it up, giving it a wash, packing it up, and giving it to a charity shop, being charitable. It feels really good, and I can assure you, you will, although you might be a bit resistant to it, it will make you feel better to give to charity. So, plus it means that you have extra space in your wardrobe, and it gives you a reason to go out and to buy some new clothes. So I'm going to do that, and then I will probably cook some more food, because it's about that time of day. So I'll catch you guys up in a bit. Okay guys, so this is the before. You can see that my wardrobe is a bit of a mess. I also have clothes hanging up in there that you can sort of just about see. Oh, really overexposed. There we go. So I'm going to sort through those, tidy them up a bit. Some of them are Laura's, so I may just tidy that up and make it look a bit better. And then I'm going to create a pile of clothes that I no longer need. Right, so I have sorted through my wardrobe. I have left Laura's pile of stuff, because I know I'll only get moaned at if I start touching and moving it. So, excluding the female section, I've got my gym stuff at the top, my t-shirts there. It's looking a lot neater, a lot smarter, a lot more organised. And then through here are the pile of clothes that I am no longer in use. So there's a whole pile of stuff there. Most of those, the stuff that at least I feel is of good enough quality, I am going to bag up and take to a charity shop at some point. The stuff that isn't, such as old socks and things that potentially have holes in them, I'm going to get rid of. So yeah, the wardrobe is looking a lot better now, and it also means that it's potentially free to get some more stuff. We'll see. But yeah, I love having a little bit of a clear out. It just freshens up the wardrobe, makes me feel better, and it's needed. It really is needed. Anyway, I have got a few messages I need to respond to, and then I think it's time for food, because it is just that time of day. Right guys, so the next meal of the day is served. I have on my plate a small sort of cupful of whole grain rice. I have some broccoli, and I have some salmon that I have stuck in the oven and I've roasted. I had a couple of fillets, so this is about a fillet and a half-ish, with some, I've got a little bit of lighter mayonnaise on the top as well. To drink with this, I have a nice cold glass of tonic water that I've put a little bit of lemon squash in there. If you really like things like squashes or fizzy drinks and you just don't want the added sugar and stuff from it, I have got tonic water, and like I say, tonic water, I personally really like it, I know some people don't, but get some tonic water, add some like fruit juice or something in it, put a few ice cubes in there, and in my opinion it tastes very, very similar to just having any other fizzy drink, and it doesn't have so much sugar in there. So that's my option. My video is about 50% uploaded now, so that should be done soon, in the next hour or so hopefully. So I'm going to get this down me, I'm going to respond to some messages and do some various bits on my phone, and I'll get back to you once I'm done. Okay, so I have just finished eating that salmon, and it was damn good. I literally just stuck it in the oven in a bacon tray and roasted it for sort of, I don't know, 40 minutes or so maybe, depending. I didn't actually set a timer, so I can't make any guarantees of that. But anyway, and it was great. I'm now going to spend a few moments chilling, probably going to stick the TV on. I have one of these little dessert things. I guess this is sort of like my cheat for the day. It is basically like a caramelly, cheesecakey thing that I've bought from Aldi. So I'm going to eat that, kick it back, chill, and then in a few hours I'm going to stick on a roast chicken, and I'm going to have a bit of a roast dinner a bit later on. And it's also something that I can then use for my lunches throughout the week. I always find that I cook loads of food on the weekends, and then like halfway through the week I've run out of food because I eat it so quickly. So by sticking a whole chicken in, I'm hoping it will last me a bit longer. So anyway, I'm going to kick it back, I'm going to do that, and then I will probably catch up with you guys when the bird is in the oven. Okay guys, so it is now dinner time. Laura is over and we are having, cheers. I've cooked sort of like a mini roast dinner. It's not full roast because it's not got like roast potatoes and stuff, but it's got chicken, we've got some mash, and we've got some veg and some gravy as well. So I'm going to wrap the video up here because this is pretty much the last thing we're going to be doing. Then we're going to be chilling and watching some Netflix. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until next time guys, I will see you later.